Good morning everyone, welcome back for your Sunday stretch. Hope everyone's doing okay out there and hopefully you've seen our Physioworks 6-week challenge that we've all set for ourselves, and hoping that you will join us and help us get through by achieving our goals. Today we're going to do things a little bit differently. If you come in for appointments, following injury or some soreness or post-surgery, we've always talked about being able to move no matter what. It may be completely different movements to what you're used to. It may be a lot less than what you're used to. It could be moving different body parts or in different ways that you're used to. So today we're going to go through a little bit of how you can move differently depending on what your body's doing at the time. So again, it ties back in with being present in our bodies, understanding how our bodies feel when there's no problems, so that we can further identify when there is a problem and how to correct it. So we're going to start on the floor today. And in the spirit of this, I've got bolsters, I've got cushions, because quite often you'll see I like sitting on the floor with my legs crossed. If you have any hip problems or knee problems, sometimes that can be an issue. Just by elevating slightly with a bolster or a cushion or a stack of cushions, it takes some of the pressure off the hips so they're not so closed up. It opens up the gap in the hip a bit easier. You can find a better way to sit. And from there you can do all the other straight leg or bent leg stretches that we've been doing over the last few weeks. So we're going to start just by getting active, getting the blood flowing, getting our breathing settled. As you notice, I get quite nervous doing these videos, so my breathing sometimes gets a bit accelerated. So for me, taking this time just to settle into the body helps get me sorted and focused. So what we're going to do is going to get you to come down onto your back. Leave your knees bent there, hands and arms free to range. And it's just like we're walking like we normally would when we do our warm-ups. So, cross body, hand to knee, get the body moving, taking deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. If you want start to get a little bit more of a stretch there, straighten the legs, straighten the arms. Hold it there for a bit. See, the knees are still soft. While we're doing this, we're engaging right through the pelvis here to support the lower spine. So it's just like squeezing your belly in. Okay. One leg out straight, one leg bent. And swap them over. And here you can also start to bring in that cross body. Placing the feet flat on the floor, knees bent, hands out to the side, feet together. Just rock the knees from side to side. Let's wake up that lower back. You'll notice you get a little bit further range each time you move. Okay, now, grabbing hold of opposite shoulders, so giving yourself a big hug and move the upper body in the opposite direction to the lower body. It's a little bit like trying to pat your head and rub your tummy. Okay, now, coming onto your side. You can grab a pillow if you want. Makes it a little bit more comfortable for the head and neck. And we're going to stretch through the front of the hip. So grabbing the ankle, making sure that the knee's straight there, and just pulling back behind us a little, stretching up through the front of the thigh. And then the other way, pulling the knee up towards the hip. So normally we'd do this one standing, but if you've got an ankle, knee or hip injury, it's easier to adjust to what your body needs at the time. If you're quite flexible, you can take that leg out further behind you. If you have a knee injury, this isn't recommended though, because you lose some control through the knee. Straighten out, pull the toes back towards the head. Point the toes there. Some ankle rotations. Wake up right through the line of the leg. Okay, and onto the other side. I'm going to cheat and leave that pillow there and grab another one. Okay, same thing, oppositely. Remember, working with the body, we're not trying to force it, just go to where it will reach and give it a rest. Pull it through the other way. And again, if you have hip issues, this range probably won't be accessible for you. Just make sure you don't go beyond 90 degrees. Go to where it's comfortable. And for those of us that have been sitting at computers most of the week, things are feeling a little bit tight through the front of the legs and the hips here. Okay, straighten the leg out, pull the toes back towards the head. Point them. Bit of range through the ankle there, keep it mobile. Some circles through the ankle. Depending on your mobility and your flexibility, you can also take this one further onto your stomach and lift up there. So when you're doing this, it's really important to activate the glute muscles and squeeze your butt before you lift up. And if you're relatively fit and flexible, you can do both legs and form a bow. Okay, give the legs a shake there. Now from now, you can put the hands at the chest, so pretty much under the shoulders. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. It's really important that you engage that shoulder girdle. Looking straight ahead. And then lifting up through the back. If your comfort level is here, stop there and breathe through it. If it's here, same thing. Wherever you find your comfort level and your body says stop, that's where you stop and you take a couple of breaths. And each day might be different. Some days you might feel like you're an Olympic gymnast. Other days you might feel like you can't move at all. Just let the body work with what it's wanting to do at the time. Okay. Onto hands and knees there. Pull up through the back. And let the butt come back towards the heels. Stretch the arms out in front. Onto hands and knees if you can. If you have knee issues, remember to use cushions. Okay? It's amazing what a difference cushions can make to your ability to move. Okay, so as you're breathing in, dropping the belly towards the floor, raising the head towards the ceiling. And then breathing out, dropping the head to the floor and arching through the Okay, how are we all feeling now? Feeling a bit more mobile? I know I've clearly sat in front of a computer for too long this week. My back definitely needed to move today. So coming back to where we started. And again, for this one, if you need a bolster or a pillow, grab one, get a bit of height. Making sure the back's nice and straight. Soles of the feet together if you can. If you can't, have them where they're comfortable. So it can be cross-legged, it can be slightly extended, but as long as you've got some outward range through the hip. Sitting up straight, nice deep breaths. And then just keeping the back straight, leaning forward slightly. Just until you feel that the short adductors start to activate through the groin there. Okay, shake the legs out. Roll the shoulders both ways. Okay. Drop ear towards the shoulder. Side. Does one feel better than the other? My left side's a little bit tighter today. Turning to look over each shoulder. Chin to chest. Up towards the ceiling. Interlace fingers, arching through the back, leaning forward slightly. Twist through the torso. Okay, so we've just done a couple of variations on familiar exercises today. Obviously there's a lot more, and depending on any injuries or restrictions that you have within your body. One thing that this year has shown us is the need to be versatile and to adapt. So it's the same with movement. Even when we have injuries, we can still move, we can still adapt, we can still find ways to do the things we enjoy. So hopefully this helps. We'll do a little bit of more variation each week, and go to the Physioworks Facebook page and join our challenge. We need help to get through to the end of October to reach our goals. Okay? So have a great day, have a great week, and I will see you next Sunday. Bye.